Okay, you're still responsible even if you lease on to a carrier, big carrier, whatever, you have to still have to pay for your own fuel, insurance. It might cost less. They're gonna have some kind of discounts and whatever. They're gonna have tire discounts and all kinds of different programs, but um, maintenance. Uh, I mean, I talked to a recruiter and I asked her about the maintenance and asked her if they have a shop or whatever. She said they don't have a shop. That's Landstar. Um, that I would have to take my truck to a shop and they don't have no. Well, I heard that they used to have payment options. They have a pay. They had a payment plan, but they took it off because I mean, a lot of owner operators were ripping them off and everything. But you know, um, you have to pay for your own. If the truck breaks down, you have to pay for it. You have to take it to a shop and get it fixed. And stuff. So it might be less. Costly with a lease. You know, if you lease onto a carrier, it might not cost as much. As compared to independent owner operator like I was. And like I said, I was looking into leasing on with Landstar, but I can't do that right now. And I did talk to a Landstar owner operator. He was at the yard where I drive. Um, and I asked him how much he makes. He made a he said he made 3,000. I don't know if that was gross or take home. Uh, it sounded to me like it was take home 3,000 in a week. I don't know if you can, because when I was, looking at or booking loads on the load board with Uber Freight and whatever, uh, I was only able to drive, Monday through Friday, weekends, nobody. There was no loads on the week. There's no loads on the weekends. You know, I don't know if it's that way with Landstar. It might be. Um, that's another thing. And you know, and if you might not want to go too far from where you live. Uh, if if you lease on and you find out, if you lease on to Landstar and you find out, look at their load boards and everything, and on Friday if you find out, well, there ain't no loads and you're way far away from your home, you're screwed. I mean, you don't want to drive back, 600, 700 miles back to your home, or even 1,000 or 2,000, 1,500 miles. You don't want to do that. And also another thing, you don't want to drive 70, 75 miles an hour. If you're an owner operator, you don't. I started driving 70, 75 miles an hour at first, and this one guy, I picked up load. The load I dropped. I think it was. I either picked it up in Mississippi. I just got down off my truck, talked to this guy, company driver, and I told him, man, my truck's wasting a lot of fuel. He been driving longer than I have, or whatever. Told me, I told him I'm an owner operator and everything like that, So, uh, what can I do? What do you think I can do to reduce the fuel consumption? Tell me, drive 65 miles an hour. It'll put $200 back in your pocket, and don't worry about, you know everybody else passing you. Don't worry. Don't even pay attention to that. You know, just drive 65 miles an hour. You're gonna save money on fuel. And after that, I started driving 65 miles an hour. I won't drive 75 or 75 miles an hour. Of course, you'll get there a lot faster, you know, to pick up your load and or deliver your load. You'll get there a lot faster, but you're gonna use fuel like it's going out of style, you know. You're gonna use fuel like crazy, you know, and you're gonna stop at the Loves or Pilot, Flying J's, Petros, TAs, a lot more than if you even on an aero truck, you know, um, and I mean you're just gonna use a lot of more fuel at those speeds, at that speed, 70, 75 miles an hour, because uh, there's a lot of interstates that you can drive 70, 75 miles an hour, even 80 miles an hour. Don't drive that fast, man. If you're an owner operator, you got to keep in mind you're paying for your own fuel. Keep that in your mind. You're not a company driver no more. You know, you're an owner operator. You're operating your own truck. You're paying for your own fuel. You're paying for everything. You're paying for everything. You know, there's you're not a company driver where you don't have to worry about paying for fuel or if something breaks, you know, call your dispatcher, you know, hey, the truck is breaking or it broke and I'm on the side of the road, you know, and they call roadside assistance, and then the guy comes out and, you know, looks at it, or tow truck, they come out and get the truck. Nope, none of that. And if you're broke down, if you're an owner operator and you break down and you're at the side of the road at 12 o'clock midnight, forget it. Because I've tried to, you know, call a tow truck before. There's nobody's open at that time. There ain't no mechanics, no mobile mechanics, no nothing. You know, you have to wait till, just go to sleep, you know, and wait till in the morning. Then you can call somebody, come out there and look at your truck, you know, and maybe tow it off to their shop if they have their own shop, you know, and if that happens to you, then if you know you they take it to their shop, they have if they have a shop, and they start working on it. That's another pain in the ass. You're like, you have a load and you have to deliver that load. Man, it could take, it ain't gonna be right away. I'll tell you that. And it might take 2 days, maybe 3 days, and you'll be sleeping here in your truck. They might even ask you, you want to go to a hotel. Hopefully you have some money to pay for a hotel, because hotels are $80, $90 a night. Everything costs, man. Everything costs when you're an owner operator. All right. Uh, um, I guess I hope you understand. It it's not all that, you know. Being an owner operator, it's not all that. I'm telling you the truth. Other truck drivers, you know, say I'm telling you the truth and whatever, but you know I have, you know, like I said, I watched a lot of their videos, and they don't tell you, you know, oh, it costs me it costs this much for, you know, and your engine, if it breaks, you know, in, you know, um I mean, it's 30, $40,000. If your engine breaks, it's 30, $40,000. I mean, damn.